I'm Amanda Ragusa. I am a graphic designer who loves the health and wellness industry. And I found, actually, Kara found me in a Facebook group. I really wanted to start a online coaching business for the health and wellness industry. And I wasn't really sure like how to start it. So I was in some women entrepreneur groups on Facebook, and I just posted in the group hoping someone would respond and give me some advice, just looking to get started. And I had all of these ideas, like 100 ideas, and I didn't know where to start. Kara ended up, sending me a message. She was the only one that did in the group.
So I responded. I sent you a message. We chatted in the DMs, and here we are.
Yeah. A full year, over a year later.
Yep. So tell me a little bit about what it was you were really struggling with at the time that you and I decided to work together.
So I was really struggling with where I wanted to go in life. I feel like we're told to only do one thing, and that's what you're going to be doing the rest of your life. And I knew deep down that I was meant for more. And just there's so many opportunities and options to choose from with the internet, and you're bombarded constantly with information, that it was really muddling my thinking. And the confidence that I had was not very high. I was not very confident at all when we first started talking. I was very lost, very confused, and I did not want to be in that state of mind anymore.
Yeah. And in terms of your background, you've been a graphic designer for ages.
Yeah.
You have a very successful career as a graphic designer. And you also had some experience working with an MLM for 3 years?
3 years. Yep. So I've been a graphic designer for over 12 years now. I have a lot of different experience between print and digital. And when I was in the MLM, I just found my love of fitness and gut health, and really honed in on bettering myself physically and mentally. And that really kind of launched me into wanting to be some sort of stress and anxiety coach, which is what we worked on.
Yeah. So let's talk about that part of the journey. So we started working together, and during our time, what did you discover? What are some of the things you learned?
So the one main thing I discovered is just like what limiting beliefs really were holding me back. Just, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. I don't deserve having my own company. I'm not smart enough to do this on my own. And that just all was, a huge knot in my chest when I just wanted to do something worthwhile.
Yeah. Those were really big shifts for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember, and even in our journey, one of the things that was very palpable was your increase in confidence as we went through the process of building your business foundation piece by piece.
Yeah. All of our calls, you end with like, what is your main takeaway? Or in the beginning of a call, it's what went well and why. And it's so foreign to me, even looking back, being confident now and seeing how my confidence shift back then with working with you. It feels foreign to say that I feel more confident.
Say why? Explain that.
I've gone so like my whole life. I've been not sure of myself. Well, I felt like I haven't been enough. And working with you, my confidence grew, and I could see it week after week. And even though like we may not be working together right at this moment, but I'm seeing it every day that I'm still utilizing what I've learned with you.
That makes me so happy. You don't even know. It
Yeah.
really does, because that's the point.
Yeah.
Why else would you hire a coach unless it was to make long-lasting changes within yourself?
Right.
I love that, Amanda. And tell me the story of where you started with your business and where you are now.
Yeah, wow. So like I said, I started off as becoming a life coach for stress and anxiety. I did all the work, got the Facebook group going, got, some posts going, and
had a sales call.
That's right. And I was stressing myself out, which was not the point of this at all. And
what a feedback loop.
Yeah.
I'm a stress and anxiety coach, but that causes me stress.
Right.
Message.
Yeah. So I just had this epiphany during the wintertime. I was like, why am I starting from scratch with something like brand spanking new? I'm really good at design. I love design. I don't hate it. But I really love the health and wellness industry. And so I've decided to switch paths, and I'm now working on opening up a freelance business for graphic design in the health and wellness industry.
And how much of what we learned in terms of building your business is helping you with that?
I can do the whole program all over again. So I'm starting from day one and just going through my notes and answering the questions, making sure I get, who my client is, my ideal client is, who I won't work with is really big. And some of it hasn't really changed. It's like the people that I'm not going to work with is still the people I'm not going to work with.
Yeah.
And the people I'm looking for are very similar, but I have added some personalities and traits that I'm looking for that are different from the initial business idea.
Yeah. And so would you say the 6 months that we spent together, how would you say that's influenced who you are as an entrepreneur in the business that you're building now?
Well, I definitely feel confident. Yeah. I'm definitely feeling confident in where I'm going now, because I've done freelance in the past. I've probably 9 years ago, I've done freelance, and I kept myself small. I made sure I wasn't telling people that I do graphic design. I just kept my ears open. Well, now I'm working on branding. I'm putting myself out there in Facebook groups, and just, I definitely have a clear vision of what I want to do. Yeah. And I don't think I would have that confidence a year ago.
That's amazing. And in terms of like the overall result of where you are today from where you started, right? I think your transformation is a really unique one that a lot of people will be able to connect to, because quite often as an entrepreneur, the concept we begin with is not the concept that really takes us to that next level. It's the process of personal growth and development paired with a system and a foundation and a model that works, right?
Right.
So for you, what would you say your results are after us working together, both personally and professionally?
Yeah. So I would say that my results again are confident, both professionally and personally. I'm an anxious person and I like to hide my emotions, and it's very difficult for me to have difficult conversations. And I am now able to have those difficult conversations and not wait until I'm ready to like burst, you know? So actually that's mostly my personal life, but it's also in my professional life. So I am able to have conversations now and not second guess what I'm about to say, take a
And
step back.
and
Yeah.
all of that from working with a business coach. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize that. Like, what? Explain
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a very good point. I didn't expect to have such a mental transformation, emotionally, mentally transformed just from working with a business coach at all. But what you had me go through in the beginning, specifically targeting the limiting beliefs, I think that just kind of catapulted everything into the way I wanted to move forward with everything.
It's awesome. So, for anyone that may be watching this and listening to your story and they're thinking about working with me and with the team, what would you say to them?
Do it. It's an investment. It's an investment in your future. And while it might be a struggle to make that decision because you might feel you're not enough and you don't deserve to have a transformation like this, it's worth it. It's worth it. You figure it out, and you go with your gut. I just want to thank you for creating this program and responding to my message initially. I know that there's a lot of people that will be in these Facebook groups and they'll just shoot off the same message over and over. And it's very, cookie cutter, but I could tell in your initial message that you really wanted to connect. And I think that's what really helped me make that decision. And you don't waste any time wanting to schedule a call to get on the phone and figure out my goals or the goals and where I want to go. And I think that has really helped me see that business coach, life coach, any type of coach is, it takes a lot of work to be a coach. So
It does. And it's all about helping the right person at the right time.
Yeah.
In becoming who they need to become for themselves and also for the people they're called to serve, and your family, your now fiance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time today to share your story.
Yeah, of course. Awesome. Love it.